I was able to read, understand, and I was able to write very nicely because everything in English was in science. I was a science student at my career education time. So that time, but it was quite difficult for me when it comes to speak. So that time it was manageable because we have to give seminars and these things, but I was not confident enough. So I also learned the same thing as you mentioned, Shiv. One have to be practice. Like practice speaking comes after speaking. Your reading, writing is another practice. Reading, if you're reading, it will enhance your reading. It will, if you are understanding, it just enhance your understanding about that subject, about that language. But if you want to speak clearly, then you have to practice speaking. You have to put effort. And then one thing also you very nicely summarized here, like your purpose, your why, that is quite important thing. One should be very clear in their mind if they are just wanting to learn this language. The why should be very clear, why I just want to learn this language. And I think in today's world everybody has their why, why. It's because English is a global language and we have to give interview, we have to read newspaper. If you want to watch good movies, all the movies are in English language. So English is somehow going to help you. So this is a language which, as you also mentioned, like it opens the door for many opportunities in your life. So as well as I just want to explain it with an example. Like if you want to build muscle, if you want to just like your biceps, you want to develop that, then you have to go to gym, and not for one day. This is a continuous process. You have to go for a particular time. As we are meeting for the first time, Shiv, so you can just introduce yourself for the audience who are viewing ourselves.
Why not? Sure. Hello, viewers. My name is Shiv, and I was born and raised in Uttarakhand, a very beautiful state in northern part of India. And I'm working as a central government employee. Talking about my academics, I have done my master in English, master in commerce, and this year I'm pursuing my master in economics. I work as an unofficial English trainer, and I do teach somewhere on my WhatsApp, sometime in my Telegram group that I'm taking some paid sessions. Alongside, I run a very small YouTube channel by the name of English with Teacher Shiv, where usually I upload spoken English content at the same time, one-on-one conversational videos. So that's all from my end.
Wow, very interesting. And I would say you are doing so many things, and already you are looking very fluent and somebody who is really expert in English today are with us. So shall I
Thank
introduce
you.
myself?
Sure, ma'am. I'm eagerly waiting for your introduction as well. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you so much. So I would love to introduce myself as for the viewers who are watching me for the very first time on your channel as well as on my channel. So my name is Rashmi Singh, and I come from very beautiful state, Uttar Pradesh. And by profession, I'm a teacher, and I hold a master's degree, PhD degree. I'm a proud mother to two lovely kids as well. So along with that, I run this YouTube channel with the YouTube handle Mathri English, where I simply post videos related to English improvement or content which can help people who are really struggling with learning and speaking English. So in this journey, I'm also striving to become an advanced English speaker. So through this process, yet I have discovered that learning is really most beautiful when it is shared. So if I talk about my hobbies, so I really love to read books as well as listening to music is also one of my habit. Thank you so much. Okay, so
Okay.
hmm,
Yeah. No, I think you said like you are learning, you want to become fluent, but what I can observe, you are already a fluent speaker. Yeah, so good.
But there is always room for improvement, and there is always like hunger for learn to learn more. So I would really recommend myself as a student always. So
True.
because
Agreed.
when you just get satisfied, then you just stop growing. And same, I can say, I can say for you as well. Um, so, can I ask now questions which? So today's topic I want to say is like how to learn and speak English fluently. And basically, I just want you just give some tips or techniques, or we will discuss here how the people who are really on beginners level or intermediate level, and they just want looking for a platform where to start, because everybody is talking about these things, but like those three or four things, yes, those things are actually crucial, but I'd love if you give uh, uh, right perspective to the viewers who are watching us.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for asking this beautiful question because I'm damn sure most of us are very excited to get the answer to this question. In fact, I remember my those days when I started my journey to learn this language, and that time I was completely naive in terms of spoken English. I couldn't introduce myself. So I did a lot of hard work, though I'm not fluent yet, but again, I would say I can manage now. If somebody will ask me that I want to have a conversation with you in English, I would say yes, you are more than welcome to have that. Talking about tips and tricks that how one can learn this language, how one can become fluent in this language. I do have some set pattern of techniques and tips and tricks which I have been following since I started my journey. And I have shared plenty of times those tips and tricks on my channel, on my videos, on my sessions, everywhere. So let me just highlight some of the points whatever I have done in order to learn this language. See, first and always first, my best point I would say why. Ask you why. Why do you
Why?
want to learn this language?
Why? Yes, right
Seriously,
reason, purpose.
okay,
Mm, mm.
purpose. Because I don't want anyone to move blindly somewhere where you don't even know where you want to reach, right? Until unless you don't know the reason of your why, then you will definitely gonna cry, rather fly, right? So if you want to fly, ask the answer why. Once your why is clear, your purpose is clear, now you'll be very focused towards learning this language. You are not going to waste your time in any useless activities. And your why, your purpose will definitely gonna motivate you, direct you, guide you, assist you in any possible ways that be on it. Don't distract. Now, second point is we all are Indians. And I believe like most of us have this, misconception or this impurity complexity that being an Indian, I must sound like a native speaker. I have to speak English like native speaker of English they are speaking. And that's not correct, I believe. English is not our first language, it's not our mother tongue. And we are not born with this. So we shouldn't expect perfectionism from ourselves in order to speak English. We could expect that from our native language, for example, Hindi, Gadwali, whatever we have, but not from English, right? For example, native speakers cannot speak Hindi fluently as we can because that's not their mother tongue.
Yeah,
Same
right.
goes with us. We cannot speak like them as they can because that's not our native language. So if you are learning and you are making mistake, don't feel ashamed about it. Just appreciate yourself that at least you are learning and you're trying. The third point is evaluation. It's not about learning a language. It's all about anything in your life. Whatever you want to
Mm,
do, you have to evaluate yourself that
right.
where you want to reach, where you are, and how can you cover this gap, right? Then only you can use techniques and whatever resources you have around you
Mhm.
that that you can utilize in order to reach at that level, right? So how can you evaluate yourself? The best technique I can suggest to everyone that is record your voice. Record your voice, listen that recording, and then try to identify that where are you lacking. Basically, I have divided English into four major parts. The first one is vocabulary, second one is grammar, third one is sentence formation, then fourth one is pronunciation. Right? So check out of these four parts, where are you lacking? What is your biggest loophole? Where you feel that whenever you speak, this is the only part who always halt me to being fluent, to
Right.
speak naturally like a organic speaker, right?
Mm.
And then work upon it. Now the fourth thing is, of course, practice, practice, and practice.
Practice.
No
Right.
matter how much money you are paying, how knowledgeable you are, how experienced, how qualified, educated you are, until or unless you will be not consistent to us or practice,
Mm.
frankly speaking, you cannot learn this language the way you are expecting from the side. So, right practice at right time with right person,
Person.
choosing by right topic will definitely gonna help you a lot to become a proficient and an impeccable speaker.
Right.
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 The next point is love your mistakes. I know people a lot of time laugh at me. Just I'm saying this like love your mistake. How one can love his or her mistakes. But this is what I have been learning so far. I believe we are humans, and humans are somebody who always make mistake.
Yes.
Right? There is no such person in this whole world who can make this disclaimer that I am the one who haven't made any mistake and I'm not gonna make any mistake in the future. That's impossible. So we
Right.
are
Right.
not bound to be perfect. We make mistake, but the only thing that we can do, we have to learn from our mistake. We have to admit it, right? And
Right.
let the people think about our mistake. Let the people laugh about our mistake. Let them judge. Let them criticize us. We know what we are doing, why we are doing, and we shouldn't get distracted by these useless means and people who don't even have any value in our life, right?
Right. Right.
The next one is L R, W, S, and then
Yes.
T.
They
Now, what is L? Listening.
listening.
R, reading. W, writing. S, speaking. And then T is think in
Think
English.
English.
Try to listen English content. I want you to just consider this brain as like a tank, and this mouth is your tap. The more you fill this tank with English content, the moment you will open this tap, what will come out? English will
English
come.
will come. Right. Right.
Right. So if your tank is empty, then no matter what you are doing, you would not get anything from this tap. Right. So
Yes.
fill
Right.
your brain. And how can you fill you when you start listening English podcast, for example, TED Talks, then BBC
Mm.
podcasts. Listen,
Good English
when you
contents.
listen
Mm.
good speaker like you, if people will listen you, then they would learn a lot of things. Oh God, wow, Rashmi is speaking such a way. She has this vocabulary. I should learn, right? So that's another thing. So listening is important. Now, reading reading plays a very imperative role in terms of improving your
Mm.
pronunciation, then improving your content creation. Because when you read, you would learn a lot of vocabulary that you haven't encountered before. Then if you read in such a way out loud, when
Mm.
means when you're reading, you're speaking out of your mouth. So that's how you can improve your pronunciation. That if you would mispronounce any word, then suddenly your mind will get a click that I think I'm making a mistake in order to pronounce this word. Let me do it again, right? And this is
Mm.
how you
Right.
can keep check on yourself.
Mm.
And the third thing is when you read something, you somewhere resonate your thoughts with that author's thought. You you would learn particular topic, and you would accumulate that knowledge that whatever you are reading so far there in that book, right? And then the sentence structure means physically,
Mm.
intentionally you are not learning grammar rules, but unintentionally you are
You're registering it in your
acquiring.
brain. Yes. Mm.
Yes,
Mm.
right. So this is how it goes. The third thing is writing. Why I'm saying writing? Because writing helps you to improve your accuracy. No
Mm.
matter what, how many classes we have attended so far in terms of learning grammar, then vocabulary, or anything, until unless you would not follow those things practically on ground, Because when you write, you'll be very conscious about your each and every single word. You would think about the word. What should I use? I can use beautiful, but beautiful is a very common word. Why shouldn't I use, for example,
Another word.
alluring, bewitching,
Alluring, pretty.
right? Stunning. We do have a lot of words.
Mm,
So we do have wide range of selection of words over there that we can go
mm,
for. That's how we can enhance our vocabulary. The second is when we write, so before we write, we think,
mm,
and that's how we get sufficient time to use our grammar rules. Shall I use might, may, shall? What shall I use?
mm,
So we'll be very conscious about our grammar mistake, and the same we follow when we speak. So intentionally, we don't need to pressurize our brain in order to make a difference between do, does, done, or have or has. It will comes. It will come at your tongue
automatically.
automatically, right?
Mm,
Because that's how you have trained your brain.
brain.
Now the last one is speaking. I've seen people are there, and I think they they people are keep on complaining the same thing that sir, I can understand English, I can read English, I can write English, but the moment I open my mouth, I feel words are stuck somewhere inside my mouth. I cannot speak. I can understand, but I
Mm,
cannot manifest my ideas the way I'm expecting from my side. Why is it so? Just because your input part is really amazing. That's what you have worked upon. But what about your output?
oh,
You haven't walked upon that, right? So you have
mm,
to work on your output part with it. So speaking means you have to use many platforms. For example, is fluency, then English Swata, Joestock, so many online application. Then we do have other application as well that we can go for in order to speak, right? Now, last one is think in English. Why I'm telling you think in English, we have been following traditional and conventional method of learning this language that is called translation, and which we have to stop now. That's a very obsolete method that we have been following
mm,
now. We could upgrade ourselves. We can go for some modification, some new techniques that we can adapt in order to learn this language, and that is called think in English.
mm,
Once you will train your mind to think in English, definitely the moment you speak English, you would see
mm,
that you are not somebody who is forcing yourself to express your ideas the way you could express in your first language. When you speak your first language, and I'm sure you don't take too much time in order to select the vocabulary or in order to think about grammar rules, in order to think about your pronunciation. Anyhow,
right.
you are more than comfortable with that, and same goes with English. But when you would not taking too much time in order to translate the sentences inside your brain and then you're speaking, that's how you get stuckness, you fumble, you stammer. But if you want to eliminate all these hindrance or barriers, what do you have to do? You have to train your brain to speak naturally, that thoughts would come organic, right? Now the next one is, I believe, I'm taking too much time, so let me wind up
No
with
problem.
last conclusion. Let me just sum up. I believe, first of all,
Mm,
that make up your mind that English learning is not a burden for me. It's not a homework. It's not a task. It's something that I don't want to learn, but I want to live with it. I want to love it. I fall in love with English because this single language will gonna unlock so many opportunities for me
opportunities,
in the
right?
future, right? So I have to do hard work. I have to avoid procrastination,
Mm,
and implementation is very powerful asset that one can use in order to learn this language, right?
mm,
So believe on yourself, trust on yourself, do practice consistently, try to not only listen teachers, speakers, what they are suggesting you, but also
practice.
execute those steps, those plans practically on your ground day to day. And then I'm telling you, see the magic. You would speak like an eloquent speaker. You sound like a very polished, refined, and clean speaker. And that's all I have done. That's the end from my end.
I think you just sum up everything in this one question. And for beginner, for intermediate, everybody you have covered. So actually, I have what in my perspective, I would just like to tell when at one point of time in my life also I have the same problem. I was able to read, understand, and I was able to write very nicely because everything in English was in science. I was a science student at my career education time. So that time, but it was quite difficult for me when it comes to speak. So that time it was manageable because we have to give seminars and these things, but I was not confident enough. So I also learned the same thing as you mentioned, Show. One have to be practice. Like speaking comes after speaking. Your reading, writing is another practice. Reading, if you're reading, it will enhance your reading. It will, if you are understanding, it just enhance your understanding about that subject, about that language. But if you want to speak clearly, then you have to practice speaking. You have to put effort. And then one thing also you very nicely summarized here, like your purpose, your why, that is quite important thing. One should be very clear in their mind if they are just wanting to learn this language. The why should be very clear, why I just want to learn this language. And I think in today's world everybody has their why, why. It's because English is a global language, and we have to give interview, we have to read newspaper. If you want to watch good movies, all the movies are in English language. So English is somehow going to help you. So this is a language which, as you also mentioned, like it opens the door for many opportunities in your life. So as well as I just want to explain it with an example. Like if you want to build muscle, if you want to just like your biceps, you want to develop that, uh, then you have to go to gym, and not for one day. This is a continuous process. You have to go for a particular time, and you have to be very dedicated for that thing. So if you want to, same goes with the learning anything. It could be English or anything. If you want to learn English, you have to practice it. You have to, just like you are going gym every day, you have to give some per time for learning English, for reading English, for speaking English. And there are beautiful platforms over here where nowadays we can practice, and you can be part of that uh, group, and you can practice there. As well as if you don't have any such platforms, you can just record yourself and then just rewatch it, watch it, rewatch it, and then just where is your mistake, you're committing mistakes, you can improve itself. So I think that is what I just wanted to summarize what you wanted to say. As well as one thing I also like to mention here, uh, mostly we are so much limited in our vocabs. That is the problem with everyone. Even today we are also struggling with it. So like we should learn synonyms, like for good, for happy, for bad, every sad. We always use these words, these common words. So if you want to sound like an advanced speaker, polished speaker, you should try to learn more synonyms, more words related to that word. Okay, so these are a few things I just wanted to mention.
True, true, ma'am. And I believe that when we start our journey, we are not even excited. We are super excited. But as the days goes, the days pass away day by day when we see, oh God, I'm talking to Rasmi ma'am. Look at her, the way she's speaking, the way she's explaining her concepts, her explanation was damn good. Look at me, you are dumb. You don't even know how to frame a sentence and you are
You're right.
making a single sentence. Okay, I think learning a language is not my cup of tea. Let's just give up. And this is how it and like people end up with in this way, right?
Right.
And second reason behind it, like we are expecting early results, and which is not possible in learning,
Mm,
right?
mm.
Rome cannot build in one day,
One day. Right.
right? It took years and years.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to learn something, you have to keep patience. You have to wait for the result. In fact, I would say you shouldn't think about results. Just give your best effort. That's it. Even in Gita, it has written yada yada hi
Very much.
dharmasya, right? Which means
Mm.
like we shouldn't about the consequence, rather we have to focus on our karma. Just do hard work,
Mm.
put energy, and use your energy at right direction.
I
in
think
a
you
right
just
way.
wanted to quote that Gita shlok. I just remember, like, mm, no, 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 no,
Yada
no,
yadayasi
no, not
dharmasya
yada,
glanivate
not
bhadasyate.
not yada yada. It was like
Uh,
कर्मण्येवाधिकारस्ते, कर्म पर ही तुम्हारा अधिकार है. माँ फलेषु कदाचन. उस कर्म के फल पे
yes,
अधिकार नहीं है. So I think you just
true.
wanted to put a beautiful one, and I also believe
Yeah.
in that thing. Like, do good deeds, good work, and your result is not in your control. So yes, continue.
Mhm. And look at the resources nowadays.
Mm,
Unlimited. Think about our days when
mm,
we were struggling for a single so that how we could learn this language, and we didn't have any other, but we have to go tuitions, or like we have to go for institutions from where we
mm.
can learn. But now things are at your hand, just one click, and see, everything is in
On
front of you.
YouTube, one,
Let's
yes,
take an
at your
example of
disposal.
ChatGPT.
Mm,
I don't know whether you have used it or not, but the moment I have talked with ChatGPT a lot, and it talks in such a way that you are talking to a human being.
mm.
Whatever you want to, even though you speak your native language, it
Ah,
will tell you the same. It will tell you the same,
so mind
and
blowing.
just make it whatever you want to make.
Yes.
If you are interested to talk with girl, for example, okay,
Mm-hmm.
I'll say to it, ChatGPT, now you are not ChatGPT anymore from right now, and you are a beautiful girl, and I want to talk with you. And that's
Yes.
how you can start
You are
your
my best
chatting,
friend. Yeah.
chattering, whatever. You are my best friend, and whatever side that you would feel I'm talking to a girl, let me take some interest. Okay, what's your favorite color? For example, if I want you to propose for marriage, what could be the best? Like these are some ideas that one can go
Mm,
for, right? If you use technology in a right way for the right purpose, see the magic.
mm.
YouTube, earlier we don't know how to learn, or we don't have any other platform from where we can get the information. Now, for example, any doubt, whatever doubt you have regarding anything, write it down on YouTube, and I'm telling you, you will get bunch of videos
Bunch
about
of
it,
and best
and
one.
then you can select
And best
best one,
tutors.
and then you can select,
Mm,
right?
mm,
And you will be amazed that how is it possible. So what I'm telling you, if you want to learn something, you have to be hungry for it, sorry. You
mm.
have to inculcate that hungerness inside you, that I
Yes.
want to learn it anyhow at any cost, no matter what, but I have to.
Yes.
Then
True.
discipline matters a lot, because I've seen people, today I have 4 hours and I'm talking to people 4 hours. Tomorrow I
Mm,
don't have, so I stopped practicing. No, that is not how it goes. It
mm,
means you have to make a discipline. You have to make a timetable for yourself, as we had followed there on our school days, right? So
mm,
that's what we have to do right now. That okay, early in the morning, no noise, no disturbance. Let me put my energy into listening some devotional, motivational videos. That's gonna help me a lot in order to develop my uh, output, to develop my content creation. Because when we listen, that's how we can store in our mind, right?
mm,
All we have to do, that we have to learn the art of using information saved in our passive brain into active brain. We
mm.
have to do. And how can we do it? Once we'll talk with people a lot, as I'm talking to you. So after after completing this conversation, I'll just watch this video, and then I would see where I made mistake. Okay,
Mm,
fine, I shouldn't use that has, I have to
mm.
use had, and I think I shouldn't repeat the same mistake again in the
Again.
future. So this is how we learn, right? Learning is the never ending process. There is no fixes, no right time, no right place. Whenever you feel that you are very enthusiastic, passionate to learn something, you could start from there only.
Yes, very true. And I would like to ask, as you are telling, like, a person should be have enough hunger for learning. So, and you also mentioned like a particular time is important if you want to learn. You have to give a particular time for that. So, my question is what are those? Because there's so many things, but I already you have mentioned also, like, what are those 3 or 4 good habits which can any learner can inculcate and can be fluent, like those 3 or 4 habits which should be in any learner if they want to see some result.
Okay, so talking about habits, I would say there are basically four habits that one learner has to develop so that he can learn this language the way he is expecting from his side.
Mm,
First habit is reading. Just
mm,
read books as much as possible, and I've already mentioned the benefits of reading, why you have to read.
mm,
Right? The second one is listening, of course. I'm telling you, my journey has started through listening only because that time I was that much tenderfoot, or I would say completely newbie. Nobody was ready to talk to me, so I started from listening. I have
mm,
listened them for hours and hours, and after that I got to know, okay, fine, this is how the people are talking, they are
mm,
speaking. I should i should copy them, I should imitate them, right? That's how shadowing techniques has come into the
mm.
picture,
Yes.
right? Now, third thing I would say, writing.
Mm.
Means whatever you have done since morning till night, just try to write it down. I'm not sure, but I think we call it journal writing.
Journaling,
We do
journal.
have our
Mm.
right.
Yeah,
We do have our
journaling.
personal diary,
Mm,
and whatever we have done since morning till night throughout the day, then we
mm,
write it down along with the date as well. Because
mm.
like as we just grown up, right? We brought
You
up,
can
so
trace it. Yeah.
then
Mm,
we could see, yeah, we
mm,
can
mm.
see it. And then fourth one is, I would say, try to speak a lot. Try to speak a lot. Frankly speaking, we people are so good at with reading part, listening part, writing part, but the only place I have observed throughout my English journey, that is, we do stuck at speaking. We cannot
Yes.
speak. Though we have knowledge, we know what is topic all about, and I do have adequate amount of information and content to explain this topic, but I'm not able to give my best. Why?
Mm.
Just because we are not habit of speaking. So if
Speaking,
you're not
making
finding any partner,
sentences. Mm,
mid-kick sentences and all.
mm,
So
mm,
just try to talk to yourself. That's what I do, frankly. And
mm,
that's how my office colleagues laugh at me plenty of time, but I
mm.
don't even care why they're laughing. That's totally fine. In fact, you won't believe, in my initial days, I used to talk with myself at my home, even though I'm taking shower, I'm in the bathroom, okay, and I'm just talking to myself in English, and my mother is just like laughing at me, and sometimes she's scolding, are you mad? Means what is this? I was that much obsessed with this language.
and
Means
the result is evident. How you are speaking, how you are expressing yourself, the result is really evident, apparent, I would say. And viewers can understand, yes, you have to develop some kind of craziness, your why should be clear, and you have to totally be dedicated and in that process inculcate or indulge in that process, so that even you breathe, think, as Swami Vivekananda said once, you have to, if you want to do something, achieve something, you should take that purpose, that thought, like when you're writing, reading, sleeping, eating, all the time only one thought. So I think you did that and results are quite evident. So
true,
as
ma'am. Thanks. Yeah.
so as we are running out of time, I think, because I have started it earlier, like 5 minutes earlier when you joined it, so maybe we have only 1 minute left. So thank you so much, Shiv, for contacting me and also being part of this video. So thank you so much. I think our this why this video is so meaningful, and our viewers will really be grateful, and it would really benefit them. So, what you say?
True. Feeling is mutual, ma'am. I can resonate with every single word, whatever you have uttered for me. I believe it's my good luck that I got a chance to talk with you, because whenever I talk to people who are really good at English, I really feel good about it. I got good vibes from this.